the second channel. Hmm. All right, y'all. We're gonna get into the second channel message. Not really a second channel message. This is a channel message of the day. Um, something about Sagittarius placement. Environment to travel. Something about somebody you're not related to who's trying to contact you, come in close proximity of you, or trying to go do something. This is somebody you're not related to, who could be a parental figure, obviously not biological. So Virgo embodiment, this could be like a single mother, a single father, or somebody who does not have kids but wants to be a parental figure in your life so dang bad. I was about to do my makeup and my nails and everything like that. I was like, let me just do the channel message and I just do whatever later because I have stuff to do. But then like I went to go have me a snack. No, I had a snack before I did the first channel message, and then my biological mama of the area, she was like, she wanted some food. She wanted some meat. She wanted me to go cook up some meat. Not only did I cook her up some meat, I cooked up two different variations of meat. And I had the caramelized onions and everything like that with the vegetables. Like, yeah, hopefully they don't eat everything by the time I'm done with the channel message. So I'm gonna try to hurry this the fuck up. It's so funny because like when I was younger, I used to always love this particular piece, type of food with the because of the spices and stuff like that. But you can only get it from like a foreign market. I didn't know. I didn't know we how to make it. Basically, I didn't know how easy it was. And knowing me, I like a good loophole in regard to cooking meals. I don't like cooking meals for too long. The whole process of cooking the meal for hours. Um, Unless it's like a whole meal, but like just one thing, that's just too much. Um, so yeah, so I cooked it up pretty quick. She was like the same moment she was like, can you make? She like made me some. She even asked me. She like politely. She was like, make me some meat. And then like because I was in the mood, I just went and did it. And then, like it was like less than like 20 minutes it took to do it. And I brought the food out. She was so surprised. She was like, you did it already? I'm like, yeah. She was like, that's supposed to be my dinner. I'm like, my mom is funny as fuck. Anywho, but then only unbeknownst to her, like that meal, because as soon as I made that meal for my mama, everybody else wanted to eat, and that meal, like the enemy doesn't even know, like that shit about to fuck them up, because everybody coming together to eat this meal on the behalf of fucking that person up. Then my sibling came and tried to go and get some food that I prepared. My mom was like, nah, like she was trying to be stingy. She was like, nah, like this for me. And she was like, like, I already like because my sister did call this. I already told her, but my mom be funny. Like, no, she about to eat all that. My sister came and she said, and then ironically, because I already knew what was going on in spiritual in regards to everybody there to eat the meal, my sister brought up the Scorpio aunt we're not related to anymore. And that's the person who's about to get fucked up by us eating this meal. So I'm just like, wow. She's told me, nah, I ain't tripping. The other day I told you I had a dream to decast your message about my Scorpio aunt we're not related to, and basically she was beating herself up, and I was just like mocking her basically because you keep trying to spiritually attack people in the dream state, throw rocks, hide her hand, and then God showed me a vision of her basically beating herself up. The same attack she's trying to do to me and my people is actually fucking her up. My my Aquarius sibling, biological sibling, came in here and told me she had a dream about my aunt and that she tried to fight her in the dream state. Now, and basically she was saying like in the dream, like sometimes it seemed like you can't get at the person or everything going in slow motion. I was just like, oh no, I saw the aftermath of the dream actually, and I had to explain to her that basically I'm thinking my aunt was fighting herself. Whole time it was my biological sibling, the Aquarius, that was beating her up in the dream state, but in my sibling's dream, it didn't look like she was doing no damage, but in my dream, I saw the aftermath. It wasn't even a dream; it was a vision. Like she done fucked her up very badly. So a win's a win. You said you're Brazilian? Yeah. You said, where's my shirt button? I got a belly button. Don't touch. Now, let's start off the share message. God wants me to talk about 2 to 3 different scenario situations. Something about last year is very significant around this time. So last year, August of 2025, um, there was a scenario where I was previously dating the Virgo male ex lover, and it wasn't until August, mind you, I was dating that nigga previously for like 2 years. So, backstory: when I first initially realized I wanted to date that guy previously, it was because he invited me to a networking event. At the time he invited me to the networking event previously, I had no romantic feelings for that nigga. Keep that in mind. He invited me to a networking event. I was excited. I was going to do business, this and the third. I went there, and I prayed before I went into the vicinity. Someone told me to pray, and because it was like this conflicting energy, I didn't know where it was coming from. So I was like, let me just pray. Even when I was praying, the driver, my driver then was getting mad that I was praying. So I was like, I'm definitely gonna pray even harder. I got to the event location. As soon as I walked into the event venue, I felt love. I felt like God was just talking to me. He said, "The person you're going to be with is in this room." I could not believe it. It was like, like in Cinderella, when Cinderella finally gets to the ball and she's at the top of the staircase and she's coming down and everybody. That's what I felt like. So I'm just like I'm low like I ain't never felt that feeling ever in my life previously before. It was so surreal. I was just like, oh my gosh, the person I'm going to be with in this room is finally happening. God's confirming it and telling me he's never done this shit before. I'm like, oh my gosh. So the Virgo male ex lover, he invited me to a networking event of a colleague of his, and a whole bunch of his other colleagues was there. So like I'm trying not to freak out previously because I'm gonna meet my man today. I was just so fucking happy. So then I see him and his colleagues. Why the fuck they was lined up like this, and I'm trying to ignore them because I'm going like woo, woo, gaga, wild in my mind. So like, cause I'm so excited, so I'm trying to play it cool. So I'm kind of ignoring them while they all stand up. Niggas was fixing up their shirts. Niggas was like standing straight up. Niggas was like this. Everything in that moment I wanted to laugh. Like, what the fuck going on? But like, I'm just like, no, this shit. So like, I realized right then and there, first and foremost, the networking event my Virgo male ex lover told me it wasn't that. It was just his friend bought a section at the club and they needed, I guess, females to be there. But like, if I didn't invite someone previously, we'll never invite them again. I would have been the only female there. And then it wasn't in that moment, but later on I started thinking about that. I'm like, that is kind of creepy because like if I was the only female to be there and all these niggas, that I don't have a problem with because I can be the homie lover girl. But in that moment, it was kind of weird because it's just like if I was the only female there, like what did y'all think was going to happen? Anywho's, but what I realized in that moment, when all them niggas was lined up, and they was all fixing themselves up when I walked in, because I was looking good, bitch. They was fixing themselves up when I walked in. Niggas was just like making sure they had their drinks in their hand, this and that. They were all lined up, and I knew in that moment it's like they want me to pick one of them, and like the Virgo male ex lover, it was so freaking funny because I will never forget because my actual man was there. I didn't know it was him. I thought because the Virgo male ex lover had invited me there, I was just supposed to, you know, it was him at the time because he invited me. All the men were lined up. My man that I didn't know was gonna be my man then, he was just standing there looking so confident, so regal, and I was just like, But I'm just like, but it came across my mind, but I really didn't think that the other. I was just like, he's just standing there so confident, so regal, like it's him, but I wasn't thinking like that. I'm seeing the Virgo male ex lover. He's like running around them. He like one of them was taller than him. He's trying to like make sure I see him, and he was just scrambling. That shit was so fucking funny. So long story short, I say all this to say it took me 2 years to realize that my Virgo male ex lover was pretending to be my man the whole time. This shit sounds so funny just saying it out loud. Like literally, the person who was at the event originally that I was seeing, and I was like, oh, he looks so regal, he looks so confident, he looked like this supposed to be my man. But like in the same moment, I had seen the Virgo male ex lover who invited me to that event. He was scrambling, trying to figure out who to stand next to, and if somebody was too tall to him, he needed to find. He just was trying to like get in where he fit in, but make himself look like it was him. He was trying to make himself look like it was him, like he was supposed to be my man. It took 2 years to realize this nigga was imitating the actual person I was supposed to be with. Bitch. Excuse me. You're boundlessly beautiful. May all your wishes blossom into reality. Be blessed and protected. And he gave me my flowers and a diamond. Ah, God bless you. God bless you. Light 12 in the comment section. God bless you. Hello, how are you doing? Hi. So yeah. So yeah. Yes, it took 2 years for me to realize that the nigga who was pretending to be my man the whole time wasn't my man, and he knew that. Do you know what it like? Do you know what it like to realize somebody was pretending to be like no legit? Somebody was pretending to be somebody else because they knew you was gonna end up with that person, but they wanted to interject and act like it was like no, it's me instead, and then you realize the whole time like that's wild. First and foremost, there were certain instances like my man now, like previously, he had wore something, and I told him when no one else was around, I said, "Hey, I really like that piece of clothes you got on. You really got a good sense of fashion. I really like the way you dress." Next thing you know, I saw the nigga that was pretending to be my man. He was wearing the same outfit and clothes and kept wearing it. I'm just like, what? I'm like maybe this nigga told him that I liked his piece of clothing and he just went around. Like, I'm just like this is too much. The way I found the day I really realized that my Virgo male ex lover was trying to imitate being my actual man, the person I'm supposed to be with. It took 2 years and the reversal hit, bitch. I knew the reversal hit because I previously used to watch this tarot reader, and she was first stationed in she was set like she when she had moved, she went to Georgia. A lot of the content that she made was in Georgia. All right, my Virgo male ex lover had invited me to a cookout. I said, all right. I came there looking cute, everything like that. He was on the grub. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is so nice. The man who grills at the center third. I didn't like the way he made the chicken, and I know it sounds so silly, but I didn't like the way he made the chicken. I'm like, how do you want to be the one? Because there was other people that wanted to help him grill, and he said no, he got it, and he was so focused on the chicken, but I didn't like the way he was making the chicken. It didn't look like it was all the way cooked. But that was my man at the time previously, so like I was just like, that's my man. He made that chicken. So he make it seem like he threw the cookout and he the one cooking and he do then but like, I'm thinking the whole time I'm like this nigga trying to impress me for cooking for everybody else. This nigga could have just made me a meal and I would have been satisfied. But this is because this nigga had other scenario. This nigga basically was lying to other people, other scenario situations, and he was trying to do some alchemy, bitch. So like he was trying to make everybody happy in the situation. It was just too much. Um, the reason I brought up that tarot reader I used to watch, who was stationed in Georgia, when he was cooking the food, somebody had pulled up of my ethnicity and had Georgia plates on. I live in the north. He had Georgia plates on his car, and he parked directly in front of the motherfucking grill where this nigga was um cooking at. And why this was also significant is because the tarot reader at the time, she had went MIA. She was gone. She was missing. Nobody knew where she was at. I wasn't worried, but at that time, I'm like, yo, something is going on. But it was like a back to center reversal in regards to what she had going on in regards to bees. That we could kind of find out she had ended up like having to pay a lawyer like $14,000 or some shit like that. That's why she wasn't online. And then it was just like a whole. So I was like, something. I'm like, something's going on. So that day was the day I realized he was pretending to be my ex lover because like the way my ex love, excuse me, the way my man is, he's very caring and thoughtful of other people. He likes to help people and stuff like that, right? He's a good soul. My ex lover, the Virgo male ex lover, I read his birth chart, bitch. He's very, very selfish. He only cares about himself. The fact that he cared for me and still does, like, is a testimony to God at that point. At this point, honestly, I read his birth chart. His birth chart said he was selfish, and even though I checked his birth chart while I was dating him, and I seen that he was very selfish, the way he was acting towards me, I'm like, you know what? Let me just see where this goes. Like I was looking at this one particular placement he had in regards to him being selfish. I'm like, all right. His birth chart basically, I read his birth chart, and I still decided to continue dating him previously. His birth chart basically said he's a selfish person, but in regards to my birth chart and his, he loves the who I'm supposed to be, not who I am, but who he sees me going to be. Like once I reach my destiny and calling. So and because he's a Virgo, you know, Virgos like to fix and analyze, and so I'm just like, and I'm the type of girl I like to do what my man says for the most part because nobody else can tell me to do nothing. That's what I want to do. So like I usually have my niggas as passion project, so it was interesting to have a nigga have me as a passion project. It was an experience. So it wasn't until that day though, bitch, because I'm just like everything after that day, like he just you know how they be like it takes 30 days to break a habit, takes a few 30 days to 90 days for somebody to show you their true self. It like after 2 years, that nigga like finally started showing who he really was, and that shit was wild. But it was after this motherfucking day. This day he was grilling, cooking, doing the cookout for everybody. This and the third. That was the same day he had brought one of his side bitches over there, and I think she had jumped on top of him, and he was twirling her around like how he had did me one day. I was like, uh. I wouldn't be mad, but at that point, like with my previous relationships, when I was exiting those relationships, when it gets to that point where I'm like, I'm about to be out the door, I'm not fucking with you no more, relationship over, it's like I already know the relationship is over, but I just want to collect all the information. I just want to know everything before before I leave. So it was one of those type of scenario situations. So I was just noted. I'm just like, all right. He feeling too obligated to way too many people, but like I know he don't care about these people. Like it was the wildest thing. Like and then even after that, like he came out and told everybody he's the people in his family was calling him a narcissist, and I didn't even flinch because I read your birth chart. It says you're very selfish. I was just being very optimistic previously. I care about himself, and but he's trying to, but like him trying to pretend like he's a caring, loving person to people is a lie. I read your birth chart. I know. I see how you act. It's very fake. It's very fake. No shade. It's very fake. Like I know you only care about yourself. I know you're selfish about yourself, and then you're trying to pretend to be somebody who actually care about people. That's low key a little evil. Then one day he said he was diabolical. I'm like, oh nah. I wasn't even with that nigga at that point. The day he told me he was diabolical, I don't know if I understand. Why would you? I don't understand why a nigga would think putting another female in my face or showing me you fucking with somebody else or fucking on something. This nigga was so evil in regards to how he thought I was going to, like, why do you think making a female sad is going to want them to want you? That doesn't make any sense. That nigga wanted me to, like, forgive him or come back to him, or but to be honest, what it was is like I had moved on. I found somebody else, and he wanted me to feel bad about that. So his narcissistic ass going add me to his close friends, and where he would show me basically what he was doing anyways when I previously was dating him, and he showed me that how he was fucking another bitch. And I was like, I don't know what to say, and I don't know what the fuck that nigga said. I got so sad because it's just like, why would you intentionally want to make me sad? I'm not even sad about the situation, but it's just the fact that you would go out your way to do something like that. That previously made me sad, and I was just like, but after that day of sadness, I'm like, woo! Because I was never with that nigga no more. So like, man, it worked out. But you make me sad enough, bitch. I'm gone, bitch. And it's like, nigga, you the same nigga I had blocked for many years. Why would you want to make... Anyways, something about Leo, zodiac sign, embodiment, something about a man, something about August, something about... Pray, bitch. Something about an entertainer of some sort. This could something about a previous lover, somebody you used to be cool with, that you're not cool with anymore. This person was pretending to be somebody else, and the reversal was done. All right, so you can see this person true attention, who they are and who's who. Something about someone being a servant. Like this shit was wild. Whole time, like from the time the Virgo male ex lover was trying, from the first time to the time he invited me to a networking event, then I started dating him. This nigga was pretending to be MVP, most valuable player, most respected, was doing everything. Bitch, why the fuck this nigga invite me to a cookout and this other nigga tried to talk to me in front of him? Now, because I was dating him, I was trying to be respectful, but then like he invited one of his side bitches there, and then like they was getting I ain't gonna hold you. I let him have him that one. Any other time, I probably would have said something. I probably would like, who the fuck is this and what's going on, this and third. I shut the fuck up. I ain't even about to hold you. No pressure shit. I shut the fuck up because you know why? This bitch, as soon as this bitch got here, she was like, yeah, my gun's in the car. You got a side bitch here who packing? Oh nah, have that. I'm like, yeah, have that abusive relationship because I already see where that shit going. And then she had multiple kids. No shade to her, but it's just like you want to date somebody. You don't like giving bitches money. A nigga who don't other bitches. Me, different scenario. But you don't like giving other bitches money and nothing like that. And you want to on somebody who got multiple kids, who seemed a little obsessed with him because the spell work he was trying to do to make me fall in love with him. I was falling out of love with him, and then he was attracting because he was doing some wild ass shit in the background. He was attracting these crazy bitches. You want me to be mad about a bitch who brung a gun to your event and want to on you? No, she got it. You can have him. Still didn't get that nigga. The way he was even acting, because he was going so hard to make me feel some type of way, I could see in his face and his soul, he didn't want nothing to do with that bitch. He was using her, but like, not. I don't give a fuck. That had nothing to do with me. Nobody told him to be a dumbass nigga. Nobody told her to be a dumbass bitch. It is what it is. I wasn't dumb necessarily, but I was dating for 2 years. I just knew better. Like, you know. So after that had happened, this other nigga that was at the event, he's handsome. Well, he wasn't the most handsome because he kind of had a butter face, but like he was light skin complexion, tall. He was dressed nice. He started trying to talk to me and everything. We had stuff in common. I was trying not to talk to him too hard because he was trying to talk to me in front of that nigga. Everybody else at the event know that I was dealing with the Virgo male ex-lover. That nigga didn't because it was my first time meeting him, whatever the case may be. And I was trying not to talk to him. I was giving him like short-worded answers and stuff like that. Then he was like, hey, yeah, you see this cookout? He said, yeah, I bought all this shit. Yo, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking when he said, but he told me, like, let me tell you what was on the menu. Chicken, hamburger, hot dog, steak. Not one, multiple steaks this nigga bought. This nigga bought all the food for the cookout. My man bought the motherfucking grill for them to cook on. Because This nigga made flyers telling everybody come to his cookout this out there. He didn't purchase nothing. He didn't purchase not 1 meal. He didn't even bring the motherfucking stuff for the like even I remember this nigga was cooking so much on that motherfucking grill. He was having other people go purchase stuff from the store for the cookout. That's why he was cooking the food because he felt indebted to them people who bought everything to make him look like it's something that it wasn't. Oh, you call me a cutie. Thank you. Hi. Hello. You call me beautiful. Thank you. Hey, how's it going? God bless y'all. Now, but yeah, so like this nigga was basically needed people to make him seem like something that he wasn't. But I already knew this man, so like I already knew he was faking. But that piece of information, that's what I needed. And then I'm seeing the actual person. Oh my gosh! I'm like, so this nigga. Oh my god! Then I started talking to the nigga. Whatever the case may be. This nigga thought. So this nigga thought like I saw the conversation going somewhere where like this nigga thought he was going to like he wanted to date me or talk to me outside of that scenario in front of the nigga I was dating at the time that was the Virgo male ex lover. I said I got to go. That shit was so funny because like um literally they was about to start doing the fireworks and stuff like that, and I already expressed to my male ex lover, the Virgo male ex lover, previously that I don't like fireworks. So, and even though he heard I don't like fireworks, the other bitches that was there, that his side bitches and shit like that, they said they like fireworks. So he made them buy fireworks, and I don't like fireworks. And even in the spiritual, I just feel like this like that shit was funny as fuck. Somebody, one of these bitches had brought, and it wasn't one of his side bitches, but it was another. It was one in somebody. Somebody had brought some seafood salad, bitch. I went to go use the bathroom. Came out the bathroom. That the bitch with the gun. The bitch with the gun. It's like every time I was going somewhere else, I was away from the Virgo ex lover. It's like she always coming somewhere where I was at previously. I started getting mad because I wanted to say something so bad to this bitch, but the whole time I'm like, this bitch got a gun. She's not all the way there. I'm not beefing with no bitch with no fucking gun, bitch, because I know that shit not legal. I just knew that gun was not registered. I'm just like this. I'm like no. I'm like no. I'm like, no. I'm like, this bitch already got multitudes of kids. She got a gun. This an ancient ass nigga we dealing with here. I'm not fighting over no nigga, but I really want to say something, but I'm not gonna say nothing about this bitch because she got a gun. She was big and tall. I'm just like, this the optics was an optic. I'm not even about to even hold you. You say you like me? Thank you. But I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I ain't about to even hold you. Like, you gotta pick and choose, pick and choose. This bitch was tall as fuck. This bitch was motherfucking big. And she said she had a gun on her. I'm not, like, she didn't even know I was fucking with that nigga. I just let that shit go. But I mean, it was very apparent. Like, because this nigga want, and then after he done did, like, after that nigga had did all that, because he invited this bitch to spook me. So, like, I'll be all right with him fucking with other bitches, like a scare tactic. Nah, this nigga gets scared of the bitch because the bitch won't leave him alone, and she being aggressive and really forward. Whole time, the whole cookout he planned was for me. This nigga kept trying to come to me and like, oh, play music and stand next to me and this that. This bitch did not give a fuck. When I say this bitch, he was showing so hard that he did not fuck with her and he was with me and he wanted me to be next to him. All types of shit. This bitch would come over there like, yo, I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm like, you did this to yourself. I don't want no parts of this because you're not about to look at me and be like, go beat her up. This bitch got a gun. I'm not fucking. Like, I can pray all I want after I leave the function and God gonna do what he gotta do to separate some shit. But like, in that moment, let's be for real. Let's be realistic. No. So, you got that. Ain't nobody tell you to invite this bitch. Ain't nobody told you to previously invite that bitch. And now look, and then he was looking over there stupid. And then the bitch talking about she want fireworks and shit like that. She went to go buy the fireworks like a dumbass. Once I heard they about to do the fireworks, where's my Uber? I call my Uber. Now Uber usually take a few minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, to pull up. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm about to do this, like dip off. Well before I'm yo, this bitch happy, yo. This bitch like, yo, she really had that because like I was so mad about it, I ain't saying nothing because pick and choose. Bitch, somebody had got seafood salad. I dipped off to go call, like, I dipped off, and then, like, they were like, yeah, there's seafood salad here. This bitch went to go get a plate. I'm coming out the bathroom. She's smooth, like she seafood salad in hand in front of the bathroom door. Like, what are you doing in front of the fucking bathroom door? And then she just eating that shit. It's good. It's good because you know seafood salad, water signs, sex. So like I'm trying to figure out I'm like, did you fuck the nigga I was fucking with back then? Like, you know, at the time I'm like, was you fucking my nigga at the time? I'm trying to figure out because the way this bitch was acting, this nigga was acting scared, like he. So I'm just like, she in the seafood. Like, why are you in front of the motherfucking bathroom door while I'm using it, eating seafood fucking salad? First of all, bitch. Then so I'm just so she like, I'm like, it's good, it's good. Mad as fuck, it's good. She's like, yeah, it's good, it's good. Yeah, yo, I call my fucking Uber. I was so mad, and I was trying not to show it. Like yo, every time she said, I'm like, that's how you feel. You like that? I was like, yo, I was just so mad, and there's no reason to be mad at her, but I was just mad because I was mad at the nigga. I was mad at the Virgo male ex lover because like, bitch, why the fuck you bring this bitch here? Because I was like, fuck it, and then like, it was a good moment I did have with somebody else, but then I called my Uber as soon as they said they were about to start doing fireworks and stuff like that. Why the fuck? Immediately they was like, we about to do the fireworks. I said Uber. I typed the Uber in. Bitch, why the fuck immediately the car said it was here. Not even 1 minute. Like like 30 seconds the car was there. I ain't never seen Uber be that fucking quick. So so I didn't even get a chance to see what kind of car it was. So I told the nigga I was leaving. Mind you, I was the one playing the music. So as soon as I left, everybody knew I was leaving because that shit was like I had to take it off the aux. No music playing. It's dark. The only lights is the street lights at the time, right? And I'm trying to make it to the car before they start doing the fireworks or whatever the case may be. So I'm start walking to the car. I don't walk into the car. I'm like, I don't know what kind of car it is. So let me look at the car. I look at the car. I'm like, for a regular price Uber, they got me like this motherfucking yo. They got me this premium XL motherfucking car. This shit was so huge. This shit looked like yo. This shit was so huge. So I'm trying to think what car it was. Was it an Escalade? It was like one of them Escalade black trucks, bitch. Them Escalade black truck. An Escalade black truck pulled up. I started walking onto that shit. It was so huge. I had to I had to like jump into the motherfucking back seat. And when I jumped into the back seat, I was on all fours. And I'm just like in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope nobody seen me like get into the truck like this. So like I'm on all fours, ass poked out. I turned around and looked to see if anybody at the cookout had seen me getting there. I see my nigga. I saw my nigga at the time, the Virgo male ex lover, with the motherfucking chef. No SpongeBob shit. With the motherfucking chef shit on, the motherfucking spatula in his hand, like looking at me like sad as fuck. And he seen me, see him be sad as fuck. He just tried to turn around like scramble. See? And then the whole time I'm thinking when I'm in the truck, drive it off like that shit. I'm just hearing mulatto Sunday service like. That's the type of black truck I was in. I just could not believe it. I couldn't believe it. Like that shit was so wild. Now God wants me to talk about another scenario. A few years ago. So a few years ago, when I was going through some bullshit and I didn't understand where it was coming from, and now I know it's a Scorpio on, this bitch gotta die for real. Like, because we not related to her no more. This is when I used to be smoking cannabis. So I used to find a nice place where I would go smoke my cannabis, and it used to be my like quiet time. I go to the think and just relax and stuff like that. It was next to a neighboring park, so like one day I'm over there, have a conversation with God because it was next to a church too, so it was very serene. So like I'm having a conversation with God, I'm talking to God, everything is cool, like chill day. But like I ain't gonna hold you, it was very gloomy that day. For a reason, it was very gloomy outside, but it was humid, but it was very gloomy. I believe it was like it had to be in the middle of the year or something like that. I don't know. To be honest, I don't even quote me. I feel like it was like I think it was. I don't know if it was summertime or was somewhere around October or something like that. It was but it was very gloomy outside, but it was not cold. I'm smoking my cannabis previously, sitting there chilling. A Latino family walks into the park. I'm watching them. I don't know why I'm watching them. They walk into the park. It was the mom, the Latino mother, the Latino father, their son, and two daughters. It's about to go down. Now, why was I watching this family walk into the park? I think at first glance, I was just like, this is cute. Family outing at the park. Good for them. But something, like, it's like God wanted me to watch that family so darn bad. I'm just like, what's going on? And mind you, when I came over there to like smoke the cannabis, I feel like I was being rushed to go there, and I got there like maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes before that family had got there. So like I got to like see everything play out. So the family played at the park. Everything they finished playing at the park, and they're leaving out of. They're about to leave out the entrance before they could even make it out the entrance. I just hear. I wasn't paying attention to them at that point, but I guess before they could leave out the entrance, I just start hearing women screaming like, "Ah!" Like this horror movie scream. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? The motherfucking Latino daddy on the floor, dead or passed the fuck out. I thought that to be honest, I think that nigga died. So he was like on the ground, passed the fuck out. Then you see, then this was what was so interesting to me. The one woman had screamed. I believe it was his younger daughter. It was a little girl and a little boy. I guess his daughters and sons also. But the other girl who screamed was older. The the younger girl and boy that's Latino was hovering over, like literally kneeling down, hovering over this man's body, their father's body, and was like, it was the son really. The son was like, "Daddy, wake up! Daddy, wake up!" I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Now the authorities and government official buildings is not that far at a distance. So like, I'm like, where is everybody? Why is nobody doing anything? Like this shit was so weird because I'm like, why am I? And then mind you, I have a phone, so I'm just like, I ain't even trying to be funny. I honestly I did not come over there for all of that. I didn't ask to be no witness. This does sound fucked up. I was thinking about the optics. I'm like, if I called the 911 to help this man, that means I would have to stay here to see everything else that was going on. And in my spirit, I was just like, something don't seem right about this shit. I'm like, because what the fuck? Um, that's that sounds so fucked up, but it is what it is. My discernment was like, something's not right here. So I decided to start fucking leaving. Like I was just like, all right, because I'm like, somebody gotta go. So the mama, the wife of that man who had passed out or died, it looked like he was dead because he didn't look like he was breathing, bitch. The son and all right, the younger son and the younger daughter were over here, like, trying to get this nigga to wake up and was screaming and crying and shit like that. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then that nigga was waking up. The wife, she's standing there quiet, not saying shit. I'm like, what the actual fuck? I ain't never seen somebody not respond and not look like they care at all. That like his wife did not look like she cared. She was just standing there like over this nigga body. The kid's crying and screaming. The elder daughter, she start running. She running out the motherfucking park. So by that time, I had before she started like running, I already had left. Bitch, why the fuck this bitch start running in my direction? I'm like, what the? I'm like, all right, guys. She come and ask to use my phone, or if I tell her she can use my phone to call like the authorities and stuff like that, so she can get this man some help. I'll let her use my phone because she started running my direction. I'm just thinking, all right, maybe or whatever. So the girl started running. She's running. She's not stopping. As soon as she gets to me, she stopped. So I'm like, do you want to use my phone to make a call for your father or whatever the case may be? And she said no. So she stopped running. She said no, and then she started walking past me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm like, what the fuck going on? So I'm like, so I for a moment I was concerned. I'm just like, You don't want to call the authorities. The authorities right there. You don't want to call nobody. She's like, no, no, I got it. I know what to do. She start running. She started running again. I'm like, what the fuck? Mind you, niggas still on the floor, incapacitated. Wife still at a distance, standing there, not calling nobody. Kids still screaming and crying hysterically. Mind you, government official buildings at a distance, not that far from them. Not. It's just like nobody. It's like nobody was outside that day. That shit was so wild. So I was going to my house and I'm just like, I wonder. I was thinking myself, I was going home. I'm like, I wonder if she's still running. From a distance, I could still see her running. And look, she was running so far away, and I'm just like, where is she running to? Is she going to go get somebody? Why is she? I'm like, why is she the only one? I don't know what that story did for y'all, but it's some type of situation like that going on. And you know what's so significant? I told y'all like previously it was a scenario where like the paramedics had to come and they had to evaluate me and I was evaluated to be a same person and everything like that. But it was like where the case may be. But come to find out, it was like it was just a projection from the Scorpio aunt previously, and like the back to sender happened a few weeks ago, and my uncle died. My uncle died, and for whatever reason, his body was on the ground when he died. Like he wasn't like sitting up nowhere, this and that. He was in the middle of the floor already when he died. And they called the authorities and they all circled around him. I'm just like, bitch. I'm like this the back to center because this. But it looks similar to what happened at that park that day. So I'm just like, and then like my aunt, she didn't give a fuck. My uncle had said his last words, and the rest of the family heard him. She didn't hear shit, nothing. And then like I had she would like when I went to go like I didn't go. I wasn't being nosy. Like I really didn't want nothing to do with that situation. Like I didn't want to go talk to my aunt that day when my uncle had died, whatever the case may be. Like right immediately after they picked his body up, my mama had went to go see her, whatever the case may be. I was going to the store. I was gonna go do an errand. Like everybody else was acting like it was a regular day. So I was just like I'm gonna continue my day also. So I went to go do an errand, and then like I'm like, let me just say something to her, whatever the case may be. And she was laughing and talking. Like, bitch, it ain't even been 30 minutes since they had picked up my uncle's body, her freaking deceased husband. She was laughing and talking and this and that third. I'm just like, I'm not surprised because we all knew, like, she was an evil bitch. So, and we knew, and a week prior to, they told her the reason why my uncle was sick, it was a spiritual sickness. In the first place is because she was mad at him. And they told him, you have to forgive him so he can get better. She said, no. Nigga died the next week. So I was not surprised. She was laughing and ha-ha and kikiing and stuff like that. Bitch, she saw me. She was all smiling and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, I heard what happened. Condolences. That's basically what I said. I didn't even want to say sorry. Like, because it's just like, I'm like, condolences. This bitch was laughing, Kiki. I said, oh, I heard what happened. She was smiling and everything. I'm like, I heard what happened. Condolences. This bitch did the fucking Trey songs and slid down the wall and started fake crying, no tears. I'm just like, bitch, like, yo, you need your ass whooped. Like, you really. This bitch be wilding. Anywho, something about a fatherless child or a single dad. There's a scenario where like a daughter or something like that helps the father figure, or you having a daughter is going to help you if you're a man. But then there's a scenario where the daughter has to mind their bit, like not has to. It's like you're gonna choose if you're a father figure and there's a scenario going on where this father figure indirectly needs your help. You might have to just mind your freaking business, or this is what somebody wants you to do, but it's indirectly going to help your father figure. Because for whatever reason, there's other women in the scenario situation. I'm even gonna hold you. This sounds like baby mama, baby daddy scenario situation. There's a scenario where something about Houston, Texas, and Georgia is very significant. So like, because what's so also interesting, like how that guy, that Latino man, had died at that park with his family and stuff like that. It was so symbolic because it was like 2 or 3 years later. That's when I met my Virgo ex lover, and it was like everything about when I was dating that male ex lover. It's like when I was dating him previously, it was very traumatic because like it was a lot of symbolism of like shit that like supposed to scare me or was traumatizing to me being brought up when I was dating him. I just didn't understand why. Not understand why because that little placement of his, but when he came back, when he had invited me to that networking event, and then it turned into a date. Immediately after that, he had to go take a trip. Oh my gosh, he had to go take a trip with some of his family members for a birthday party, and it was I think it was in Houston, Texas, and like he, for whatever reason, he it was like the Houston, Texas sign that was up, and then he was on the ground laying like that Latino man, and like I was like exact. I was just like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, what the fuck does that mean, bitch? I was like, maybe it's just Santeria or something. I'm like, I don't know. But then I learned something about his love placement. I'm just alright, makes sense. Sagittarius, Aquarius, zodiac environment very significant. Something about a vacation, a trip, a photo. Um, and then like I'm ready to see how God is about to do this reversal back to sender though. I ain't about to behold. It's not whether or not I care or not if somebody else gets hurt. It's like last year, August 26, 2025, this nigga, my Virgo male ex lover, had invited one of his side bitches to a very important day for the both of us because like we had worked together, and then like I wanted sex afterwards, so like I stayed around longer than I was supposed to, and then he had that side bitch over there, and I was trying to figure out who the fuck she was because I ain't never seen her before, and nobody wanted to talk to her and hang out with her, and I was trying to be nice, so I was like talking to her, and she was still standoffish. I should just stop fucking trying to be cool with her because she wasn't talking to nobody. Nobody, she ain't know nobody apparently. But my nigga at the time, previously the Virgo male ex lover, I was just trying to put two and two together, bitch. And then I asked that bitch like, so how long you known basically my nigga? And this bitch assaulted me. I never knew. She said I'm his friend. Boop. Like what? So like I had got assaulted that day. I will never forget that shit because it was for no reason, bitch. If that it didn't make no sense, nothing. And then like God was telling me that the girl was possessed, and I was trying to figure out who was possessing her and what's the problem. And then like the Virgo male ex lover, he's at fault because he shouldn't have invited her, and there was other optics of shit going on. I was so belligerent and mad that day. But like when everything happened, I was upset, but I was so quiet. I was so quiet, and it was so funny because like it was so funny because like even after the girl had got up off me, she had ran away. Like she ran. I ain't like how you basically beat somebody up, then start running away. It's like she knew she was wrong immediately after the fight was over. She knew she was wrong because she got up off of me. She started running away. Then she tried to run to stand next to my nigga at the time, the Virgo my ex lover, and I was just like, I don't got time for this. So I started picking up my belongings because I was just looking cute and everything. She had ripped this dress I had on. It was so cute. It was this pink body con dress, hugging my body tight, looking nice. Like I'm like, she was dressed really bummy that day. She was not even an ugly female, but it's just like, bitch, you just screaming insecurity, and it was just I'm just trying to see God, how you about to avenge me for last year, August 26th, 2025, because that shit ain't make no sense. It worked out in my favor, but that shit ain't make no sense. I ain't have no bruises, no black eye, nothing like that. I just have this. I have this from the fucking ground, bitch. From the ground because we was rolling on the ground and shit like that because I didn't end up tossing her on the ground, but then she ended up on top. It was just too much. I'm too cute for that shit. And the girl was like even ugly. She had like the baby face. So I'm just trying to figure out why you feel ugly on the inside. But I'm not gonna. I'm not your therapist, bitch. Like bitch cursed herself since that day. And it was so funny because before that shit even happened, she was like, ah, ha, ha. Like, because the reason why I asked the bitch the question, one of the reasons why I asked that bitch the question, like, how you know this nigga and how long you know him for, It's because she was like, she was talking. So come to find, she was hanging out with my previous Virgo male ex lover when I wasn't around. I'm like, he's never mentioned you, never brought you up, this and the third. And it was like a theme at the time for some other bitches, and I'm just like, then she had said something to him, and she had basically said, "Ha!" Like she said, last time talking to the Virgo male ex lover when I was dating, she said, "Ha! Last time I had," she said, "Last time I came to hang out with you when I left." When she said when she had left, she almost got hit by a Mack truck, bitch. I'm like, and then you try to assault me, the one that got love like this. I don't know where that bitch at. She could get hit by 3 Mack trucks. For all I give a fuck for. I don't care. My man, like, oh, excuse me, my previous male ex lover, the Virgo, he tried to stop the situation from happening, but like he was still in the wrong because why the fuck? And he like when he saw like the girl was going to try to assault me, he grabbed me by he ran. Usain Bolt ran, grabbed me by the arm, and like he didn't drag me, but like he could have if I didn't have my balance, bitch, and tried to drag me outside. Then he left me outside and went back in there with the bitch. So I'm standing out there. This is why the shit even happened. I'm standing out there because I'm thinking this nigga about to come back outside, like he was going to give me a ride home or something like that. No, this nigga went back in there with the bitch. So I'm just like, let me go over there by his car previously. Let me go stand next to his car so he could take me home. This nigga thought that because the previous situation I had with another bitch at the that event venue previously, and these girls was going to go beat her up, and she got scared and she ran home. So I think he believed that I was going to run home at 2 o'clock in the morning. Who the fuck doing that? Are you dumb? What? Like, I don't even know if he was fucking on the other bitch who ran home. My whole thing is I was fucking on him previously. Why the fuck would you think I would run home and you got a vehicle? And because I was waiting outside, that bitch, like, I don't know what he went and told that bitch. She came outside and then she tried to assault me. There was no listening to reason for that bitch. That's why she forever is going to be cursed. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if she got hit with a Mack truck today. She could get hit by a Mack truck the next day. Like, until I feel like I have been avenged, fine. Literally 1 month after, man, 1 month after, like, not even 1 month, less than a month after that scenario took place, my Virgo male ex lover got some serious karma, some serious bad karma. It all worked out. Um, when that girlfriend assaulted me, bitch, that nigga, like, I was watching that nigga as I was being assaulted, and that nigga mouth was open, like he couldn't believe what he was seeing. He was in a state of shock. He didn't know what to do. Like even after even when that bitch ran over to him to go stand next to him, was pouting and shit like that. That nigga didn't even look at her. He never flinched. He was still looking at me, shocked and shit like that. Like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh. He didn't know what to do. Something about a Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, zodiac embodiments, a man, an entertainer, a melanated person, um, something about second house placements. I already know what it's talking about. Like something about 1 year ago. You're being avenged for some shit that happened 1 year ago. It could be in regards to a cheating scandal. It could be in regards to your finances. It could be in regards to um someone an assault. It can be in regards to someone who was supposed to protect you and they didn't do that shit. You're being avenged right now. You're an amazing woman. Thank you. You said, "Hey, hi, how are you? Wow, you look very beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you." So, I don't really know why God, oh my gosh, fatherless child is single dad. All right. Somebody, you could have a male ex lover. They could have had children before you dated them. They could have children after you dated them. They could be losing custody of their child, and or they're just being a single dad. Like if somebody tried to move on with somebody else, that relationship is not working out. They're going to be a single parent, co-parenting, and there's going to be something about a custody battle or something like that. Um, someone was pretending to be your lover, but really was the help is very significant. Somebody was pretending to be your divine counterpart, and they really was the help, the servant. They were supposed to be helping this person. Like it was so funny because like I like they did. They mentioned like that movie Coming to America. You know, like in Coming to America, um, Eddie Murphy is like supposed to be like the prince, and then like he had his servant pretend to be the prince instead of him, so he can something like that's going on. It remind me of a Nollywood movie. If you know anything about Nollywood movies, there's a movie on Netflix. I forgot what it's called, but there was this young man who I guess he had just graduated and stuff like that, and his father owns like $1 billion company or something like that industry. I think it's in regards to wine imports and stuff like that, liquor imports, wine imports, something like that. And his son wanted to. His son was like a spoiled brat basically, because his father always had money and stuff like that. And the son's best friend was actually his servant, his maid, his butler, because his mama worked as like the maid. So like the son and the mother lived at his home because like the mama was the maid. So like the son just naturally became the butler, and this boys ended up being like the guys ended up being best friends. And then because even though his butler friend didn't come for money, basically he decided to still invite him out to parties and do stuff. I think they went to school together. It was like a whole thing. Long story short, there was this one girl, like basically there was this girl that his butler friend liked, but because his friend was known for being affluent, rich, come from a rich family, the girl that the butler guy liked as his best friend ended up being intrigued by this nigga who come for money, and that made the butler friend feel some type of way. And he basically was saying you don't know what it's like because people only want to date you and be with you because you got money. But if you was just like a regular person, da da da. So then they did like a life swap, and he had to like basically pretend to be broke. And it was a really good movie. While I'm talking about Netflix movies in Hollywood, so there's been this theme previously, and I always wondered about it. So, one moment. So, my uncle's last name. So, on my side of the family, their last name is Nebe. Nnebe. I wouldn't put them on blast if it wasn't, and here the fly go again, because I know what I'm talking about is true. I've been trying to figure out, like, even before, like, now, if you search up Nebe, Nnebe, this is from my mother's side of the family. I have prominent people I could be related to, most likely, who's in the Nollywood industries. And it's like, why are we not talking about this? And anytime, like, and then I literally went, like, a few years ago, I had took pictures of them, and I had put my face next to their pictures because I'm like, yo, we do look similar. Why is nobody talking about this?
Can I now borrow the frame?
Oh yeah, I got it up.
I had the big 2.7.
So I'm like, why did
You gotta be quiet on the creek. Quiet on the creek.
So I'm like, what? So when I put it up, like, they tried to get me to take down the pictures. They didn't want me to post that shit. I'm like, I'm asking questions. Like, they didn't want me. I'm like, it's something someone don't want you to know. Where did I put that shit? Hold on, let me think. Right here. Somebody said something you don't know. You never thought about that shit, Darren? About the Nebe family.
Who's that?
Huh? The Nebe family.
Who's that?
I mean, that's mommy maiden name.
Oh, Nebe.
Nebe.
Okay.
All right, but in Nollywood though, you never thought about that?
What about it?
Like that they got like the same last name, but we could be.
Do you know that we're related to Fino?
Who's that?
Igbo artists, like we.
I believe it. I'm like, I think we're related to a whole bunch of people. We just don't know.
We have a really big family. Daddy alone is 21 of them.
Yeah, I know.
So, and they come from
Yeah, so the fuck? I'm like,
That's how like third cousin removed,
yeah,
kind of like.
yeah. That's why I know it's something. I think that bitch is a
I'm
hater.
finna text him and be like, yo, I think we're cousins.
Yeah,
Fly me
yeah,
out.
yeah. You might as well.
I'm finna hit him. I think we're
You
cousins.
might as
On
well.
my mama's side.
We got so many notable people in our family. It's just like at some point. I mean, everybody don't gotta be cool, but I mean, at some
Yeah.
point, let me use them resources. The fuck? See, you see, I'm not tripping. And it's like, but like God was telling me when I was trying to do, like I was trying to make my point about that family in Nollywood and how I'm related to them, because the way I was perceiving it, I was like, I'm not trying to bandwagon off of nobody. I'm just like, dang, why can't I be like, oh yeah, I'm related to this person? I have like my, that's not my last name because of my father, but like my mother's side of the family, you know, why is it such a big problem if I want to mention them or anything like that? Before previously, I couldn't mention them, nothing like it's like there was this energy. Now I know it was the Scorpio aunt that we're not related to because she has that last name through marriage. That's literally my family, whether like married in or not. Like that's still the same last name. So it's like if I got resources in an industry globally in regards to Nollywood, why the fuck wouldn't I want some of them resources? Bitch, you talking about you don't need to be rich to be happy. That's you. That's you. So, Paulus Sharp, shooter 2876, back to center. You don't need money to be happy. So I wish you happiness without no richness. Because I'm be happy and wealthy. It's literally my birth chart. I got and my birth chart talks about I don't necessarily need it, but like it's good if I have other people in regards of getting my resources and stuff like that. So it's like if I wanna be like, hey, I have family in Nollywood. Hey, I got family in the judicial system. Hey, I can use them resources. Who the fuck is you to be telling me somebody who had to marry into the family and now your motherfucking spot is taken by somebody who now deceased bitch? Like, who is you to tell me somebody who literally got that shit in my blood, bitch? Those literally my family. Who are you to tell me I can't use them as resources? I can't use them as a reference. What do you mean? If I want to start acting right now, I should be able to be like, they is part of my family. Let me be in a movie. Let me be in a TV show. Like, and now I know where that entry was coming from. Like, it's like this bitch didn't even want me to know. My husband just came in here talking about we relate to international music artists. Like, I'm related to some like you know how many people I'm related to. Like, it's so many different people I'm related to in different. Look, this fly going haywire. This fly going haywire. Mad as fuck as you know you related to some prominent fucking people. Whole time they had to marry into a family to do that shit, and they still don't fuck with that person. This person. You got so many connections to so many very well liked, prominent, well ranked people, and it's somebody who have some like got their connections in a devious motherfucking way, and people still don't fuck with that person. They mad because you can elevate with them resources and they can't. Talk about you don't need money to be happy. I'm wish you happiness with no richness, bitch. Because I'm gonna be happy and rich. Actually, I'm gonna be happy and wealthy. I'm gonna use my connections. I got prominent people like this, and I'm not even trying to be like, oh yeah, it's Nollywood. They're just an actor. They literally got a whole family of actors and actresses. The top of the top in Nollywood. You mean I can't use? You trying to tell me I can't use them resources? Man, if you don't bring, they probably my cousins or something like that, and it's just like that's wild. We look very similar. I don't look just like them. They're like light skin complexion to be honest, but like my mother's side of the family light skin complexion. It is what it is. It's just like dang. But it's alright. I'm gonna use some resources. I promise you. I promise myself, bitch. I got too many good resources. I got people, bitch. I got a motherfucking cousin that went to Harvard. I got so many yo. I got so many different connections. It just has not been used. Just has not been. If I want to get on the internet and flex and be like, I'm related to this person. My family know this person. My family, like y'all be like, I got a video right now on YouTube with a motherfucking person in the judicial system, bitch. I'm just saying. Somebody didn't want you to use your resources, and because they can't use the resources, bitch, be gone. But life got a way of working itself out. So on that note, everything's gonna work out for me and my supporters. We're gonna be able to use these resources that are attainable to us, and the enemy op will not. That's the message. Oh, wait. Let's post some cars right on the money. The reason why this person didn't want you to use your resources that are attainable to you is because you can make money off these resources, they cannot. Got anything we need to know about this channel message? Your enemy is losing luck and protection. It could be a parental figure, somebody who wants to be a parental figure in your life and act as if. You're gaining luck and expansion. Something about Sagittarius. Something about your 9th house placements, very significant. Did somebody... God said don't talk to this person because they're trying to block your blessings. But you're going to get some incoming communication in regards to profitable endeavor. Somebody's planning some shit out for you. This is your enemy or op. They don't got no plans going on. Ooh, they're losing money. Somebody didn't want you to know on something. You've been sitting on something for a while. You about to plan something out with somebody. You're making the plan right now. A plan to control a firm's expected revenue, operating expenses, receipts. Your enemy or op could have been trying to get you to lose out on money. MELKA80 shoot back to send the Q2P. I don't know why you're hurting, but I don't care. Now, your enemy or op could have been. That's what your enemies are saying right now. Ow. Mine's included. Your enemy or op has been planning for a long time how to get you to not have money. That shit stops today. They don't even know what to do now because they was projecting on you so bad not to have money, not to have resources. Now they're losing money and resources. How ironic. Now you and your people are about to plan how to take from them. They are unaware of this. Their gift of foresight, gone, non-existent. They're very ugly. This is how you know who the person is your opposite enemy. They're not receiving any blessings at this time. Something about Aquarius Leo. A celebrity entertainer is very significant. A prophecy prediction about an entertainer is very significant. Plan to control a firm's expected revenue, operating expenses, receipts. Like something about you and a entertainer or a melanated person, a man, a Leo. You about to link up with this person, and y'all are literally concocting a plan to take some fucking money, somebody's business, their whole career, bitch. Y'all about to take this bitch shit or this nigga shit. This is what this person was trying to do to you. It could have been an entertainer trying to do this to you. But me and my supporters, this is what we got going on, and it's happening. You're going to take somebody out their own career field. And that's the message. See ya. That's me.